Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another casted game on the Age of Vice on YouTube. I'm joined here today by McCleaves.
Hey, again.
Yeah, we've got another 2v2 coming out for you guys. This one is, I believe, a ranked game. This is between Pistol Pete and Stefan Sunzen versus two players that I'm not familiar with, but knowing these guys, the ELOs are probably around 1400 to 1600 in Team ELO.
Can you tell me the name of player two, please?
I cannot. And if anyone in the comments can, I
Okay.
would greatly appreciate that. But I am quite ignorant of Chinese symbols, or it actually looks
Yeah,
more
we're just
Japanese.
going. Yeah, we're
China.
just going to go on Malta probably then.
Yes.
I feel that this match is already like we've already an advantage for Russia playing in Siberia. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Well, but before we get into it too much, right? We have a outpost on this map for every single civ, and this really
Oh
does
yeah,
promote more turtle or defensive style play because if you age up
or
with
fast
like a tower,
fortress, yeah.
yep, well, that's exactly it. It's a lot safer and defensive. So, without further ado, let's get
Oh,
into it.
one more thing.
Mm.
Oh, just let it go. But the tower spawn is also a little bit random. Like sometimes you're unlucky and you get it behind your base, or I don't know whether they fixed that yet. But it's like you see this tower, not this one, but the purple one is like kind of
I see.
not great. I guess it's not next to a mine, so that helps. But there's always some RNG in that one. Well, just like with the resources, I guess.
That's true.
Uh, yeah, it will be really interesting with the USA mirror. Like, who gets the most Gatlings?
Yeah. Which player will go to Gatlings first? But it looks like, okay, USA for Stefan. He is starting off with a French immigrant build, I'm going to guess, with all that chopping. Let's see. Over here for Malta, he's opening with a market and a house. Pretty typical start. Let's see here. This US player, I am not sure what he's opening up with. Is this some sort of 10-10 perhaps?
Oh, that's definitely possible with Delaware.
Okay. And for Russia, it looks like we're going to do a market start, so probably a 17-ville age up. What do you think about this matchup,
Oh yeah.
McLeaves? Clearly, we have a USA mirror, but with the kind of uh, with both Russia and Malta, what do you think those teams can bring to a USA comp?
I think Malta and Russia are like pretty well equipped to beat each other. Basically, they both have like really good options against each other. And I don't know, you're more of a Malta player, but I think that like yeah, they both have a decent chance actually.
Yeah, I would say so. Depending on what the United States uses, Russia does have more powerful cav than Malta. However, Malta's infantry is incredibly varied and incredibly strong, and it has, the tongues that it can bring. And I think thinking
Yeah,
about that, let's start looking at decks. So
songs.
we'll call
Okay,
it
okay.
Purple USA. Um,
That does look like a Delaware idea with the German immigrants.
it's true, and we'll check back at his deck later because, as you know, United States adds many of its cards as the game goes on.
Oh yes.
And now for Stefan,
So
his
this is the other
USA.
USA? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, French immigrants in already. So this is more of a standard. Although Delaware is becoming quite standard lately, but yeah. Also that team card with the XP and reveals the map. That's always very interesting, especially with Malta in the other team. Like you can see where he put his stuff,
That's
his
correct.
commanderies and stuff. It's a very interesting choice. Yeah,
Well, and
like it.
in teams, having a line of sight is probably one of the best techs you can get. So it looks like he's getting close to
Yes.
aging up with probably 17 vills. Now let's check out Pete's deck. 2v2
Malta and
lands.
Russia. Yeah.
Yep, very standard Russia. Spice trade is in here, which I think is a
He does
very
have a
unutilized card for Russian players often, especially in teams. I mean, for such a food hungry civ, having this can really give you a boost in a long age too.
Although it's looking like he's going for Cossacks with the H1 guard and all the Cossack cards.
Oh, that's true.
And it's a bit more coin intensive, but Spice Trade still good.
Ooh, looks like he is going to be really close here, but he should, yep, kill it. And then last but not
Okay,
least, let's check out Malta.
Malta.
No TP. This looks like a pretty standard 2v2 or even 1v1 deck for Malta. The only kind of different card here is the Auberge, which he doesn't really have a lot of order units, so this does allow him to go
Also,
order Hussar, which is a pretty
he
solid
does.
unit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I was going to say that not a lot of order units. No tongues at all. Not even German tongue.
That is something that's kind of interesting. You know, German tongue is sort of considered the standard Maltese opening, so yeah, it's an interesting choice. Not even a church, which
A
has kind
lot
of
of.
fallen out of
This
favor.
is a very archaic. It's a very archaic deck. You've got all the archaic cards. You've got 12 pikes, 12 crossbow in H3. That's a kind of jumps into the eyes, as you
Yeah,
say. Yeah, very very. You kind of know what he's going to do though.
that's correct. So taking a look at this map, like I said, so far, again, because of the defensive nature and the fact that there's a no man's land across in the form of this
Yeah.
icy river, um, Pistol Pete's alerting over here that any forward base and any aggression is really difficult to pull off and it can make you very vulnerable to being counterattacked. And so we might see a lot more passive play for the first part of this game. Um, what do you think,
Although,
McClues?
no, I think you're right. Like this also used to be one of the more popular maps on Legacy, and it got removed for a while. Now it's back. I see that we see that Malta puts his infrastructure in base, even though the USA player his teammate aged really early, and he did. I suspect he did go up with Delaware. Well, it's kind of obvious since he's getting the farms now. So this is very new and newly popular strategy. It was already used like at release of the USA, but it's coming back now.
Interesting.
And I think it's pretty strong actually. It's especially for H2. Not sure how strong it is like in a fast fortress kind of defensive setting, but it looks like he's already going for some aggression now.
That's right. The United States, of course, gets the ability to call Minutemen, which stay at half health and have pretty solid stats for their cost.
Yeah.
It's good though, using it at least just to treasure creep. I know that's something that I myself often forget to do. To use your explorer earlier on to scout. New World douchebag. Someone has played the campaign clearly. Let's see here. We have an Order Hussar raid. So interesting. So even without the German tongue, he hard builds the commander. He has lots of gold. I could see him using this for kind of a.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, no, state capital
Uh-oh.
wagon. He's got to get it
No, it's
down.
running. Oh, that hurts. That
Oh,
hurts.
that's huge. I mean, that's an entire
That's
shipment just wasted now for United States. Wow,
yeah,
good
because you
catch.
can't use the free tech either. You have to rebuild it. This
Oh,
is
wow.
terrible.
Yeah. Good catch by
Lovely.
Malta. And it looks like Cossacks are out to try to, maybe defend against these Order Husks. But I mean, being Hussar with an extra 10% stats versus just 5 Cossacks, I mean, you're going to need more than just 5.
Yeah.
And what we got here?
Well, he's going to get more than just 5 very soon.
Okay, he opened up with the stable instead of the blockhouse. Now again, these Cossacks can trade somewhat cost effectively with Hussar, so now that Pete's got 10 Hussar, effectively outnumbering the Order Hussar 2 to 1. But looks like he's going to get pressured here. Oh no. Oh!
Well,
Ooh, that's
Blockhouse,
tough.
State Capital, these Hussars have done a good job so far.
Exactly.
Oh no, they're going to the wrong side.
Oh no.
Oh,
Nope.
and also the USA infantry his teammate is already here as well. But this is a lot of
Ooh, good
Cossacks.
micro too. And this is something that a lot of players forget is to, it's almost like being on a racetrack. Sometimes going inside, if someone's kind of looping around in a circle, you can allow a same speed unit to catch up, and that's exactly what Pete does here. Snaring, and looks like only one Order Hussar will get away. Ooh, these 3 vills are probably not long for this world. Oh, it looks like he pulls just one. Got another batch of Order Hussar. Only 3 this time.
It's not a full batch.
Oh, wait. So he was... Oh, different USA player. Sorry for everyone that's watching. For a second there, I was like having a deja vu because now Purple USA is sending the state capital card. And if you're Stefan, looks like he's going up to age 3 with Tennessee.
Tennessee, full pop. 40 vil. How many vils does he already have? 27? No, this is Pete.
So we've got 23
but
for
here come the
Malta.
Cav.
Ooh.
Here's 27 for Stefan. 25 and...
Okay. So it's like...
only 23, that's a bit disappointing.
Well, do keep in mind, of course, capitalism adds an effective kind of 3 villagers, so he's really only 1 or 2 behind.
It's true, he doesn't have the French vils, that's true.
Okay. Oh, are we going to see a little bit of a skirmish here? Nope, Malta wisely decides to pull back. Oh, but look at those vils. Okay, good catch there by Red.
No, he escapes, yeah, this is good, Still a bit idle, of course, but... Also the hunt behind there, that's a bit... the hunts on this, that's one thing I will say about this map. It's good for a defensive play, but the hunts are... You run out of hunts really quickly, actually. It's kind of hard.
That's true, yeah. You definitely have to kind of be aggressive and assert map control and defensive points, because of the fact that not only are they they're the musketeer, which are kind of infamous for their ability to run wildly around and what's called back herd, or go almost the opposite direction that you're trying to herd them in. So, well, it looks like
they like to migrate.
Yeah, they are migratory deer. All right.
I guess if I was living in Siberia, I'd migrate as well.
All right. Yeah, exactly. And with that, United States. Okay, Stefan, age 3, pretty standard, sends rolling artillery first. At this point, the scores are dead even. So even despite some of the mistakes, it sounds like Stefan has been able to kind of keep momentum going, which is important.
Was it really a mistake? I mean, you send state capital, you don't expect the wagon to get caught, right? It was
true. Less of a mistake and more of auspicious. And with this, okay, Kentucky now for Fun M20.
Oh, wait, I thought it was him going in 3. Okay, does he have German immigrants in already?
Yep.
Yes. So part of those 25 fields are actually settler wagons, so his eco is actually much better than it looks.
Exactly. And now it looks like it's Pete and Stefan's turn to try to kind of pressure purple here. Oh, and those Cossacks.
Oh. Okay, I take that back from the better eco.
Right, the caster curse.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say coffee mill guns is in, judging by that DPS and sound. For those that don't know, coffee mill guns gets rid of the reload speed for Gatling guns, and it basically means they have a continuous rate of fire.
Yeah, look at that. That's definitely coffee milled. If that's the verb, but yeah.
All right.
This is such a frightening sound.
Yeah. All right.
And also, there's so much. What are you going to do when you have no coals?
I think that's it.
You just need, or maybe he can like ship his own cannons, but gotta hold out for a little bit.
Well,
there isn't much anti-cav, so they can capitalize on that maybe. But there's so many Cossacks.
Exactly. Kind of curious, but these Order Hussar, again, they are no joke, and these are only age 2 Cossacks, so they do have the Boyars, so they're not as at a disadvantage. But now these are age
2 as well.
Exactly, these are age 3 because again, the Maltese units from the commandery automatically get their grade. Ooh, and 2 Colves.
That was a great shot. Yeah.
Uh-oh. It looks like he's kind of drag boxing Stefan's case, and this can be an Achilles heel in these situations because it always puts the cannons in the back.
Yeah. But, oh yeah, that kind of hurts that. But they did really deal a big blow to purple with all the fills they caught.
They did. Again, a scary thought when you see Russia has the top score. Russia's a civ that traditionally underscores, so, well, we'll see if Pete can keep the pressure up, even though, again, he is in age 2. And it looks like for Purple USA, and he's now sending in the Russian-American company.
Classic.
Yeah, an incredible card. 2 blockhouses
Although,
and even better spice trade, effectively. Sounds like a good card to me. Although it's not strictly better.
I'm still a bit surprised he's not actually sending the Gatlings, but yeah.
And holy moly, Pete. And this is the power
I
of
guess.
spice trade, people. Speaking of.
Oh no. Yeah, there we have. Well, yeah, it's a very good eco, and also I think on the USA part, the blockhouses, the German or Russian immigrants, it's probably a smart idea on this map with all the hunts. Oh, that's an aggressive fixed gun.
It is, and I really like that. You know, I mean, people tend to use this defensively, especially against, you know, fast fortress plays. I really like this though. Like you just got beat up in your base, right? Try to force the battle.
But then again, you're facing one of the civs that probably has the easiest time dealing with those with the Oprishniks.
This is true. Who got Marines? And I'm gonna guess it was Stefan.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Oh, and I wonder how those Marines will do against this fixed gun. Ideally, they should basically counter each other.
Yeah, once they get in range, they'll probably kill it. But then again, try to get in range with all the infantry around that, and even the cav.
Correct. Wow, that's a lot of forward pressure.
No, red. No. Red and purple are splitting. That's no good.
Yeah, this is a mistake, you know, a lot of players make in team games is splitting their forces. You know, there's a time and a place to do it, but typically you're better off sticking together because no matter how good you are of a player, having a 2v1, if you're the one, you're likely not to trade cost effectively.
Yeah, except if you have Gatlings.
Yeah. No. Well, and again, there's notable exceptions, such as a hold, or if your opponent, you know, your ally's waiting for a massive shipment, or you're just buying time. But ooh, got some dancing around here, and man, this has got to be a lot of pressure for Stefan. Oh my God, I just missed an Opry raid.
Oh,
or Cossacks, it looks like. Look at that though, he's completely idled purple.
Yeah, that's terrible.
18 Vils. Oh man. Okay, so USA's got to be hurting, even though some of those might be wagons.
Yeah, and also he's got Russian immigrants with like 30% on, but still. And also there's the Coves.
Yep. Counter Coves.
Malta's Coves are down. Counter Coves, exactly. Getting beaten down right now, but they did their job.
Exactly. You know, now
this is a lot of SARs though. And Russia had to age, you know, they had the mass, but they had to age, and this is a bit smaller comparatively. But losing the Coves on Malta was absolutely crucial in this fight.
Exactly. I mean, now Gatling guns can be made and basically not have to worry about return fire, as long as he keeps an eye on them.
Yeah, and Pete has got. Oh, look, there's new Coves. Well.
And we've got Cav Archers. Ooh, excellent. Those are going to absolutely melt Malta.
Yeah, and also the Coves are like really out of place. I guess they got the foul. They didn't quite get the other one though. That's a bit unfortunate. He's managed to wipe Blue's mass.
Yeah.
And he even survived with some of his skill. So I guess I don't know how good of a fight this was really. I think the Order of Stars are a bit too expensive for this fight, but
you know they might be, but I mean also, at this point, Blue's been basically wiped as well. Although,
oh my gosh, that Cove trade was brutal.
Right. Wow, good Cove micro, and I think with that, yeah, red and purple have to back off. You know, again, I agree. The Order Hussar were very expensive, and of course, Russia, while you know it does get wiped and it kind of loses a little bit of tempo as it remasses its batches, you know, Russia can always come back. Of course, the cavalry is not batch trained, but nonetheless, we got a blockhouse over here.
That's is it a Russian one or an American one? It's confusing
I believe,
now.
Yeah, this is a Russian one instead of a Russian American one.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then look at that big gun just. I mean, those Marines, though, they're doing pretty good. The Gatlings are doing good against it.
And he's got the Coves, too, so, yeah, it's down. I was kind of suspecting this to happen. It's kind of, you know, That's the problem with placing it aggressively. If you lose the fight, you lose the gun.
That is true. And oh, we gotta. I wonder if he'll cancel this because that is very aggressive indeed.
Probably. It's bold.
All right.
And Russia, USA having a top score as a team again.
Here
But
comes.
here's the the counter Gatlings, but they have Coves, and they haven't. So it's kind of tough.
You know, and again, Malta has the most villagers out, but you know, again, the raids from earlier, Purple United States looks like they were at 26 villagers, albeit some of them are Studler wagons, so we'll have double pop.
Yeah, but Malta is Wignacourt, so.
Exactly.
What about this 47? That's a lot.
You know, and again, the scores are slightly higher for Stefan and Pete. Again, with Russia being a kind of an underscoring civ.
Yeah, I'll just point out though that Stefan has 3 town centers already.
It's exactly what you want to do, I think, as the United States if you're doing fortress plays. Get those, well, really any civ. You know, greed wins typically if you can get away with it.
I think with the resources he currently have, Pete could get away with building another TC.
That's true, although, you know, classic Russian thought is typically 2 TCs are almost the equivalent of 3 TCs in booming potential, and
Yeah,
so...
But then 3 TCs is equal to 4 TCs, right?
And that's why we call you McGreedy. But no, you're right. If you can get away with it, why
Well,
not?
he's got the resources for it. Look at the resource pool he has.
This is true.
He could definitely do it.
Saving for a rainy day.
Saving for cav archers.
Exactly. So a bit of a lull in the action. Let's see if anyone's going to do any tech switches. So far, it seems like both sides are kind of committed. Ooh. Oh no, it's
Actually, I
Cole's
think
out of
cav
place.
archers is a really good idea. Oh yeah, that's kind of.
Well, they recently got buffed to be a little bit faster, I believe. I believe they went from 6.75 before to 7. I might have that wrong. I know, and they're also their animation got improved with the last patch.
Oh, I thought it was just that they got target lock, actually.
That might be correct. I may be completely wrong
bad,
about
yeah.
the speed.
Well, either way, they got buffed.
They did. And I think it's good because, again, Russia's a civ that typically struggled against a heavy cavalry type of units, especially with the nerf to boyars.
Yeah, true. Oh, look at the Malta Culverins.
Ooh.
Oh, that's okay, but he should really focus the enemy Culverins instead of. Oh.
That is so
And
many
that's
dats.
a lot of Gatlins. Yeah, Stephen loves his Gatlins, really. More kills. Is it enough?
Oh my god.
No, they need skirmishers instead of musketeers on the.
Holy
purple-red
moly, did you see that cold volley?
That was a great shot, though. Oh no.
Ooh, another 2 go down.
True. And also, he's got a surround on marines and skirmishers with his cav. This is an amazing fight for them, I think.
Exactly.
Although he did again lose his Culverins, though.
Yeah, Malta loses their Coves, but I mean, what a fight. And, I mean, again, I think that Pete and Stefan are going to hold here, but kudos for that slick surround, man, and Cove snipe.
That went much better than it should have gone. Let's just put it that way.
You know, and that's Age of Empires 3, right? You look away for just 1 second, and things can go wrong. Let's see here. Alright, what's Pete building? Oh, Opries are coming. So I kind of like what Pete's thinking here. He's probably saying, you know what, let's not keep, you know, in this infinite stalemate forever. Let's see if I can buy you some
and you
time.
know what? And you know what? He's even built a third TC.
Oh, wow. So he's
I
gonna
love it.
he's gonna boom hard.
Actually, cav archers do cav archers cost wood?
No,
I think
they
I
cast
was
gold.
mistaken there. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Oh, doesn't matter. Okay, this is too bold probably from purple.
Red.
But
Yeah, especially because, again, the cav archers, they're a little bit better at chasing now with the animation change.
yes, and Russia's finally getting stratus as well.
Alright, looks like we've got some Opries out. Keep an eye out here on the main fight. Ooh, and those those straylets are going to just absolutely vanish. Ooh.
Opera snakes, yeah, that's really good. Those have a multiplier against artillery. They'll do well.
They do. It's kind of an underutilized component of the Opries. I think typically we think of them as an anti-villager, purely raiding siege unit, but...
What's he doing? What's
Oh
he
no!
doing?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh no, was that an attack
No.
move bug? Oh,
That's incredible.
oh, you gotta be feeling
Depressed
that.
Gatling gunners, yeah.
Yeah, depressed Gatling gunner. That is just, that's rough. I feel for him, because I feel like that might have been an attack move bug.
Yeah.
Or just a misclick of some
Yeah,
sort.
that was definitely not on purpose.
No. Ooh, Pete is dinging here, so... Does Pete see something here?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, he does. He can with that TC. Oh.
And also you can always see the hunt, Oh, there comes the opera snake to scout. And it finds the stuff. Also, there's a US town center wagon walking around, so...
There is. Wait, what's this? Oh, we got another raid in the back. Ooh, that is a lot of Opries, and that is a serious problem.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got Opries up here.
And meanwhile...
Opries in your back line. You're getting chased by cav archers. Oh. Oof, just vanished.
Yeah.
Oh, and all these ones go down.
This is a way to win a game.
And I think this is, again, exactly why Opries, as a unit class, are really invented for Russia. Russia doesn't really have high siege units other than their cannons.
Until Ransack comes in, but still, the opera snakes are just amazing units. Like
they are. Although, oof, if he's not paying attention.
Nice.
Oh, just ooh. Okay.
That was close.
That was, but again.
He's leaving one behind. Yeah, that's really smart. That's
exactly. And up here, okay, looks like they're still massing. Looks like we've got cannon, kind of skirm war going on here that we missed a bit.
Yeah, those fixed guns not really useful in this matchup. It looks like.
Correct.
He's wasted two already. Oh no! Don't charge Gatling guns.
The Gatling guns today, the pay must be reduced or something last patch, because they are just gung-ho.
You'd think that a USA player would know not to charge into Gatlings, but...
Yeah.
Oh, this is a counter raid, I guess.
Yeah, we've got a counter raid, but look, those Opries are still there. They burned down a blockhouse. He's idled purple.
Yeah, and purple already looks like he's struggling. It's funny, to me it looks like USA kind of underscores maybe, or is that just me?
I think USA in this case might be, both USA players have been bearing the brunt of the fighting, right? And so the score for Malta and Russia, I think is more indicative of the fact they've been able to boom in peace somewhat. Again, now Malta's trying to deal with these Opry raids, and oh god, Pete is just everywhere. While at the same time defending his ally from this push.
I think Malta should probably switch to dragoons, water dragoons.
Yes, I think that would be a little bit more cost effective. Because again, their goons will beat cav archers because cav archers only have melee resistance.
And opera snakes.
Yes, and they're also
they're faster.
Correct. They're speed 7.25, which allows them to take fights they want to and avoid fights they don't. Ooh,
so here comes the counter raid. Okay. Oh no. Sofia.
And this is the thing, while a lot of people focus on the just absurd melee that Straylets will put out with this, something to keep in mind is the AoE and the hand attack damage of cav archers. This actually allows cav archers to charge into melee against cavalry in particular and just absolutely mulch them.
Yeah. Almost even like squishy infantry units. Let's not talk about captains.
Yeah. Well, Poloski, okay. And this is a card I have not seen as frequent, but USA players still more often than not will do it. And, oh my god, Pete, you've got enough coin. Looking through everyone's resources. Wow. I mean, look at that. That tells the story of those raids. 18 villagers versus 85, 78, and 96.
Yeah, he's really been harsh. Oh, 99. He's like, man, he could go Imperial if he just needs like a bit more time.
Yeah.
And there's a new fixed gun. I'm not sure that's the right play, to be honest. It's just a, well, third time's a charm, I guess, but hasn't been going too well until now. Here's, okay. Pete doesn't have a huge mass right now, it seems, so probably a good time to push him.
Exactly.
Although,
well, and he'll probably try to kite with these cav archers.
oh, those are cav archers now. Yeah, I thought they were upbeats. My bad. Yeah, really, the USA needs to make skirms.
I think so. Although, ooh, the Yulons are going to get on these crossbows.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and that
Did not expect that.
and this should actually break this siege and allow Stefan to kind of break out, right? Because he's been pinned in this corner the whole time. And with USA's entire eco here, his safety, because the Opry raids have effectively turned the rest of Purple's base into a ghost town almost.
You know what? What if they are focused on Russia instead of focusing on the USA? The USA can get mills quite safely. Russia can't. Russia needs to hunt more, and especially when he sent spice trade. I don't know if they recognize that in the deck, but
yeah, I'm not sure, but it looks like for now Pete is kind of swapping. Looks like he'll put some Strelets to deal with this regular mass.
Pete should age.
Ooh,
Yeah, Pete should age.
Well, I think they're going to push. Oh man, we missed another good fight. I am so sorry, folks. There's just been non-stop action.
I don't know.
But it looks like, you know, Stefan is fighting to the last man.
He's retaliating for the expo loss.
Exactly.
But now Pete comes in with Evan and Falcons, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those Falcons are going to. Oh well. If the cav on the coals, it might.
Wow, just in time. So 4 coals for 2 falconets. I mean, not the best trade. Best you can under the circumstances. We've still got a fight to the death.
Fort wagon in the fight. Fort wagon just next to this.
Oh god! And now USA has to evacuate again.
Yeah. Oh no. And like there's still a hunt behind the USA base, behind the purple base that is unused, and the coin mine too. I wonder whether he's actually seen that.
Well, and again, I think the biggest problem is just the he's going to 4 behind this.
Yeah, there it comes. Oh yeah, to warm in. So what does it do? Is that on like the 2 cannons or?
I believe so.
Oh, he needs to cancel his will. He's not going to H otherwise. He's already at max. And the queue is.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
okay. He figures it out.
Right, he realized it. Yeah.
All right, and I think with that, okay, the forward is out. So if you're Malta and USA, I mean, it's looking pretty grim right now. When Russia's score is almost your two's combined, Malta did get to H4.
Yeah, I was just going to point that out. The forts can lock down a bit because of the Gatlins aren't really great against forts. So, and he's sending more fixed guns.
Yep. 2 fixed guns.
Again, I think 2 forts would have been so much better than 2 fixed guns, but okay.
You know, the nice thing about the fixed guns is just they have so much range. They're able to kind of zone off parts of the map. I think at this point you're just trying to figure out a way to keep your ally is so anemic. You know, he's so weak with units right now. I think all you can do at this point is try to buy some time and hope your opponents keep taking bad trades, which so far Stefan and Pete, you know, they've taken a few, but for the most part, they're on the ball. So we've now got Gatlings, we've got Veteran Straylet, we've got Cav Archers, and yeah, can 2 fixed guns hold this?
No, you're absolutely right. I just don't think fixed guns, just because of the Gatlins on like, sorry, the Gatlins, the other team have like consistently been making goals, which do not work against forts, but do work against fixed guns. So that's a bit of an issue. But this is a lot of fixed gun though.
Yeah.
But look, one of them is already halfway down, and there it goes. So yeah, 2 forts would have just stopped this push.
And again, Pete.
And there's more raids. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but we've got monkeys. He went and got the monkey treasure. Oh, nice.
Well, we all know that monkeys are completely overpowered, so those
Exactly.
upgrades are not long for this world.
Ooh, and with that, ooh, now these, look how bunched up these crossbow are. Yeah, they're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
But again, they kind of hold. I mean, other than these two cannons, which are both pretty weak right now.
Are they arbalest shit? I think they are, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So, I guess that explains their performance somewhat. Gotta take down that Falk there.
Yeah.
And there comes the fort. Yeah. But they're
Oh,
already
wow.
on the back foot now.
And even more Opries. Wow, if Pete finds
Oh, if they
Maltas
find
in.
those, yeah,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
would hurt.
It looks like a fort is coming down from the United States. Oh, is he going to go for the factory?
Uh-oh.
And if you've ever played a treaty game versus Russia, or really any 3v3 team game, you know the terror that is this that's happening right now. And I forgive me for no trigger warnings for the PTSD of all of your eco dying to Opries.
Oh yeah, this is just
Yeah, now Malta's got to cede even more ground. It's got to pull back, and I mean, if they lose this factory, Malta only gets one factory, so you have really hurt Malta's ability to get gold production.
Yeah. Or wood for that matter. But and also this mine just got denied again. Oh look. Oh no!
There goes the factory. And now...
It was so close.
Oh, is Pete paying attention? Yeah, he is. Look, he pulls off just one Opry. Oh my god.
Oh no. And he's hitting, you know, he's it looks like he's really targeting the US.
Bill's tasty. Oh.
Bill's tasty, yeah.
Purple Pete, you know what they say, the purple people eater. That's Pete today.
Yeah.
Even more villagers going down, and I mean, this is just brutal. Malta's down to 67. USA's down to 16. I mean, Robber Barons is in. Pete's age 4. USA's age 4. It looks like Stefan's getting his second wave ready to go.
With heavy cannons.
Yeah, I think this game's effectively over. I mean, the Purple and Malta, I mean, militaristically, they've done fantastic. I think they've traded roughly tit for tat throughout all these battles, but without an economy, you just can't replace losses.
Yeah, we need to rename this Russia. We need to rename. Sorry. Well, I can't talk. We need to rename them to Prishny Pete.
Yeah, Prichnik Peak. Here they come. I mean, they have not given Purple any breathing room.
Yeah. And it looks like he's like upgraded every single unit he has now.
Yeah, I wonder, does Pete have the church card for Russia?
Church card.
And he does not. Nope,
No.
Pete. Wow, he just upgraded them all. Well, he did have a lot of resources banked. He still does with 9k food. He could go to Imperial.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Well, I mean, that was just a brilliant game by Russia.
Here we go. This is probably going to be the last stand. Oh no, the Colves are kind of out of position.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is not the first time I feel that we've seen artillery run into
Exactly.
something.
You know, usually it's artillery that inflicts the most casualties, but the lifespan of artillery man in this game is not doing too well. Ooh, and the Gatlings, they're just chewing everything up. The guard units, another fixed gun.
One more fixed gun. It's probably the team shipment then. And there you go, boom.
Ooh, lots of red numbers there.
I still find it a bit underwhelming, to be honest, but it is still a big... Oh, actually, yeah, well... He's putting up a good fight, but...
Yeah, I think it's too late, and I'm sure the GG is going to get called here soon, because if they're just delaying the inevitable. And you know, and again, sometimes when you get to a game like this, even if you know you've lost, it's fun just to play it out till the end.
Yeah.
As we often say, you know, play to play, basically meaning have fun, have some unit shipments, micro back and forth, and when you really have no options left, it's usually time to resign. And, oh, here comes some heavy horse guns. Meaning the crossbow can't really run away.
I have to. He's really trying to still kite with the crossbows.
Yeah. He's doing a good job with it. You know, again, Malta has played very
absolutely.
solidly. Ooh, and suddenly the surprise card.
And look at that! And look at. Oh, that one.
Oh god, just obliterated. And that was a good catch too. You know, again, if this had been maybe stronger units or a little bit more mass, they should have been at least able to take a cannon. But there's just not enough units left.
Yeah. USA still getting a new town center wagon, trying to really make the most out of it.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the Maltese TC. I mean, ooh, we're gonna get some Cove shots off.
Oh, that was.
Wow. Oh
really
wow.
Good. But look at, there's no anti-cav there.
Wow, good Cove
He
micro.
got on. Oh wow, he got everything.
I mean, good, you know, split micro and everything. That was impressive. You know,
yeah,
but
these skulls got the value from the last 4 as well.
Exactly, but I think in the end, again, it's too little, too late. I mean, these are guard Cossacks. Russia's fully boomed. It's got more resources than it knows what to do with. He's got more score than both of the opponents, and I don't think Malta even has the resources to really remass. Oh, surprisingly, they have a good deal.
Like, still catching up.
And with that, USA is out. And I would imagine Malta will shortly call the GG here as well.
Follow shoot. There you go.
And there we have it. Wow. So what are your initial thoughts, McLeaves?
Nerf beat.
Nerf beat. You know, it's amazing too for, again, those that don't know, Russia recently got a bit of a nerf with the Boyar shipment and Vil training time.
Economic.
Yep, eco theory being gone. So it was kind of good to see Russia. You don't see it as much as you used to. Looking through the scores here. Wow. I mean, when Russia has a positive KD, that's a good sign.
Look at the amount of units that Malta produced. That was pretty...
Yeah, impressive. When Malta outproduces Russia.
Yeah. Well, it's Cossacks and Oprishniks, to be fair, but still.
Oh, no. Poor USA. I mean, this is the power of
race. Yeah. And even Malta got some big Vil losses. But...
And again, you know, when you think about it, like on those fights, they were pretty back and forth, especially in the early point when they had a lot of pressure under that fixed gun on the top of Stefan's base. I mean, they did an excellent job in most of their fights. Their Cove micro, other than a few missteps, which is bound to happen, was pretty crisp. And Stefan's was too. But again, the ability to take away your opponent's eco by raiding, by not just fighting everything in one front, but by splitting the attention, I think Pete really showed one of his strengths as a player, which is, you know, using his ability to be at several places at once to distract the opponent long enough for his ally to hold, and then both of them together to push in coordination. Yeah, I mean, again, if we look at team stats...
This is how you win team games.
Exactly.
This is how you win team games.
Again, looking at the team stats, the military populations of both teams, they weren't necessarily one-sided.
No, there was really good fights for both teams, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and relatively close, but as those villager kills started to come in, you know, I think that's ultimately the tale of the tape, is the ability to raid and to fight your opponent, ability to, you know, continue to attrition. And again, if you're Russia, that's the best thing you want, is an attrition war. So I think all in all, this was a pretty fun game to cast. A lot of action. I may have missed a few things, so I apologize. Any kind of final thoughts before I wrap us up here, McLeaves?
Well, I think we've kind of seen it. It was a really solid game, and it just really shows how raids can lock a game. Yeah, really win team games, especially team games, but also 1v1s.
That is correct. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching and listening in. Please like and subscribe per usual. You're all adults. You know how to do that stuff, or if you want to or not. Feel free to leave us a comment before if you have any feedback on either the play styles or anything you thought that us as casters missed. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a good evening.